Afternoon. Another instalment on Polycarp. We'll get on with it before this camera cuts out. It doesn't like the heat. This is guidance to presbyters and things like that, starting at chapter 6. First of all, being Polycarp, he insists on compassion and mercy. Again, there's an echo to Isaiah, to chapter 1, with the exhortation to hear the orphans plea and care for the widows, and it kind of extends on that. The presbyters, for their part, must be compassionate and merciful to all, turning back those who have gone astray, visiting all the sick, and not neglecting the widow, the orphan, or the poor person. All these things are done in a way that is acceptable to God and the people. The presbyter must be impartial and gentle in his judgment, seeking to forgive rather than to condemn. That's quite important. It's always, and as it was with Ignatius and as it is in the Gospels, it's always about forgive. If then we ask the Lord to forgive us, we ought also ourselves to forgive. For we are in full view of the Lord and God, and we must all appear in the judgment seat of Christ, and everyone must give an account of himself. It's a bit of a warning there. Any number of biblical quotes sit well here. Love one another as I have loved you. Treat others as you would have them treat you. It matters not which is used to lend authority, only that they reflect back to the self. The action of the presbyter are his responsibility and should reflect his godly standards and compassion and mercy. The later example might be the conduct of Ambrose in the battlefield. So I'm just going to tilt this slightly so I can see it better. Yeah, it's getting to the point it's going to take over and you won't have to look at me, just the back of a monitor. Then we move on to the warnings. The evil one awaits the unwitting convert. Awaits unwitting converts, and it is a trap that is easily triggered. For everyone who does not confess that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is Antichrist, and whoever does not acknowledge the testimony of the cross is the devil, and whoever twists the sayings of the Lord to suit his own sinful desires and claims that there is neither a resurrection nor a judgment, he is the firstborn of Satan. It's quite firm, it's Polycarp. The counter to this threat is simply to be disciplined in the way that you lead your life, to pray diligently and ask for God's help and support. Simple as that. The practical aspect is to be careful in who you meet, avoid evil people. While we might not disagree with that, we live in a new age. We're 2,000 years on. For Polycarp and Ignatius before him, time is of the essence. The day of judgment was at hand. You say for those who could be quickly saved. Thought a camera dropped then. And for the others, time may already have expired. It's saving as many as you can, and you do that by saving those who you can save quickly. Polycarp follows this with an exhortation to faith. We are instructed to hold our faith in Jesus Christ without question, even to death. Let us then continually preserve in our hope and the earnest of our righteousness, which is Jesus Christ, who bore our sins in his own body on the tree, who did no sin, and no deceit was found in his mouth. But instead he endured in all things for us, that we might live in him. We should not be afraid to wear the martyr's crown. Again, he's calling people to martyrdom almost. As in so doing, we follow closely in the footsteps of Jesus. In following those footsteps, Polycarp requests that we show the patience and endurance shown by those who have gone before us. I urge you all, therefore, to obey the word of righteousness and to exercise all patience, like that which you saw in your own eyes, not only in the case of the blessed Ignatius and Zosimus and Rufus, but also in the others among yourselves, and Paul himself and the rest of the apostles. The apostolic authority is present in the line from Paul and the rest of the apostles. Not just Paul, the rest of the apostles. With branches, possible branches, shown by Rufus and Zosimus. Now, Rufus should be a cause of interest to us because of a potential link with the second gospel and with Paul's writings, particularly his letter to the Romans, where we might see a mention. It might not be the same Rufus, but there's certainly a couple of Rufuses floating around, one of whom is the son of, we think, one of the women addressed in Romans 16. And that in itself, that's part of the Pauline problem. That's something else. Zosimus, at least following a quick search that I've done, seems likely to be problematic and may require further research, unless some learned person can come up with the answer of Zosimus. The next chapter is short. It is more of the same regarding absolute faith in spirit and patience and gentleness in practice. But it is not surprising, as we shall see very shortly, well, next time. However, it is here Polycarp issues a dire warning against blasphemy. But woe to him who, by whom name of the Lord is blasphemed. Therefore, teach to all the self-control by which yourselves live. Here, simply taking the Lord's name in vain could be considered as dire as denying the resurrection. Next, we shall see the results of such actions of Polycarp's passion. That was short. The next one might not be so short. We find out what happens when things go wrong. We find out Polycarp's reaction to when things go wrong. It's getting serious. The chapters are getting shorter, and we're over halfway through. That's good news, isn't it? That's it. We will try and get the next one out, hopefully by the weekend. In the meantime, ignition, bye-bye. Farewell. Was that the wrong hand? Who cares? See you soon.